So when you found out you couldn't go to a foreign country and you came out to California, were you very excited about coming to California?
I think so. I think I was glad to come.
I think you were excited to come, but I remember you saying when I was younger, you said that you were just going to come out and do your 10 weeks of service and then go back home to Mississippi. But when you came out to California, you started working with a husband and wife that were also from Mississippi, Mr. Brother Horton,
Yeah,
James J. Horton, and his wife was Bessie Horton. And they were from Mississippi originally too, weren't they?
yeah.
And so you worked with them, with the migrant farm workers out in the west part of Fresno County, in and around Cantua Creek and Mendota, some little towns like that. And
Fresno.
yeah, I remember that one of the things that Brother Horton said, the reason why you decided to end up staying in California was that you fell in love with cantaloupes. And I remember seeing there was a picture of you with some dress on and like some sort of a apron or something, and you had cantaloupes in each hand out in the field, and that's one of the memories I have of you when I was younger.
You were young then.
Well, I was young after that.
Mm-hmm.
But where was Dad when you came out to California? You weren't married yet. Do you remember where he was doing his missionary work?
He came out.
He was in Wyoming, Montana, Cody, Wyoming, and up around Yellowstone National Park. And he had been there 2 different summers. The summer before he met you and the summer after he met you. He went back to the same area. But you guys, from what I understand, you wrote letters to one another every week, back and forth. And that's how you guys basically got engaged, was through writing letters while you were doing summer mission work. And then he ended up coming out to California and got a job so that he could be with you. And that's why you ended up out in California. Yeah, the letter writing was after you had met in seminary. That summer you came to California. He went back for a second summer to the Cody, Wyoming area where he had been doing summer mission work the previous summer. So he did 2 different summers working with the people there in Wyoming and Montana. And that was when the letters were written back and forth every week. Was it every week? Wasn't every day, was it?
Sometimes it was.
Oh,
Sometimes
sometimes it was serious, huh?
every day.
And how did he propose? Did he propose to you, or did you propose to him?
I didn't propose to him, I don't think.
I think I remember hearing some story about that was kind of like the whole junior high notes. Check this box if something like that.
If I got a letter.
No, if you I don't know. I heard it was something pretty sweet, but the proposal, if I understand correctly, happened through a letter. And so after he finished the summer, I know you went back to Mississippi, but came back out to California. You just went back to get your things because you had gotten a job working as a public health nurse for Fresno County. And that was in 1953, I believe. And so Dad also got, after his work in Wyoming, Montana area, he packed up his things and also came out to California. And you were working as a public health nurse out of Fresno. And he went and got a job at Coit Ranch, which is a big operation out there west of Fresno. And that was his first job when he came to California. And then you guys got married on August 1st of 1954. And you got married in the church in Cantua Creek, and Dad was, I think he was preacher there, and if I recall hearing, the first home you guys had together was living in the back rooms of the church. There was area where you lived in the church building. Is that correct?
Yeah, I lived in a little room. They had it was just one big room in the church.
Yeah.
And it had seats and everything, and it had a piano. And I think I played the piano some.
But you lived in the back of the church.
I did.
Yeah. Where did you go on your honeymoon?
We went on a boat trip.
I don't think you did. Mo, you drove from the valley, and you drove over the hills, and you went to Monterey, and you did the 17-mile drive, and you stayed over at the coast for a few days. That's what you did on your honeymoon.
Now, did I tell you about what happened?
You did.
What was it?
Well, we'll have to see.
What
happened on your honeymoon? Tell me about that.
Well, we went down by the beach, and there was a place where they could have, they had some rooms to sleep over.
Like a motel?
Like a motel, yeah, you're right, I couldn't think of that. And so, I was getting, we told them we wanted a bed for two. And so they didn't ever come for a long time, and so I went in there to see what they was doing, and they was making up 2 beds, cause they wanted us to have one for each bed. And I said, I don't want that, I wanna have one bed for 2 people. Cause
yeah,
we just got married.
I remember you saying something about, they said a twin or a double bed, and I think you didn't know the meaning of twin versus double bed, and I think Daddy said twin, which meant 2, instead of double bed, which was 1 bed. So that was the country boy coming to the big city of Monterey. But you had that changed, huh? You didn't sleep in separate beds.
Yeah, well, they was making up 2 beds.
But you got that fixed, didn't you?
Yeah, I told them that, I said, we just got married today, we don't want to have 2 beds.
No.
Well, which I said, we'd like to have a bed that 2 people can sleep.
To share, a bed to share.
Yeah.
Well, it was that when the lady at the motel asked you, twin beds or double bed? And he said twin, but he didn't know that meant 2.
I think we said for 2.
Well, now she's saying we. And the story always was Dad.
Huh?
Dad was there with you. Yes?
I don't think he was.
Who was on the honeymoon with you?
Oh. Lauren.
Yeah, that's what I thought.